In this video, we'll be talking about area of a circle. Let's review a couple things. First, we have a radius. We know a radius goes halfway through the center of the circle. It goes from the center to the outer edge. We also have a diameter. A diameter goes through the center of the circle from one side to the other. As we know, the radius is half the diameter. And the diameter is 2 times the radius. It would take 2 radiuses to stretch across to make the diameter in a circle. So diameter is 2 times the radius. Now we'll talk about the formula for area. Unlike circumference, area of a circle has just one formula. The formula for area of a circle is area equals pi r squared. R squared, if we think back to exponents, doesn't mean r times 2. It means radius times radius. That is the kind of mistake many people make when doing area of a circle. So how I like to attack this, so that we don't make that mistake, is I like for you to write area equals pi r squared. That's the formula. But if you change it to area equals pi times radius, it really does help prevent many people from making that error. Let's try an example. I'm given a circle with a radius of 7 meters. I know it's a radius because it goes halfway through the circle instead of all the way across. Since area formula only deals with radius, I don't need to change anything and I can just plug it in. My radius is 7. My formula is area equals pi r squared. It is helpful if you rewrite it as area equals pi times radius times radius. Since my radius is 7, I'm going to plug that in. I also know that pi is 3.14. So I have 3.14 times 7 times 7. When you put that into your calculator, you will get 153 and 86 hundredths. Again, we don't want to forget to bring our unit down, which is meters. And since we're dealing with area is always done in square units, so we need to put the little exponent of a 2 to represent that. Let's try another problem. This time, I'll give you a diameter of 24 inches. I know it's a diameter because it goes from one side of the circle all the way to the other side of the circle. Since I know the formula for area is pi r squared, I noticed that they gave me a diameter. A question you should ask yourself while doing these formulas is, did they give me a diameter or did they give me a radius? And in this case, we have a diameter. Our formula only uses radius. So I have to think back to that fact of how do I change a diameter to a radius? And since I know that radius is half the diameter, I can simply divide this by 2 to cut it in half. And we know 24 divided by 2 is 12. So my radius of this particular circle is 12. Now I'm ready to plug in my information. Area equals 3.14 times 12 times 12. Remember, this does not mean radius times 2. It means radius times radius. So if we plug this information into our calculator, we will end up getting 452 and 16 hundredths. Of course, we need to break down our unit, which is inches. And since we're dealing with area, we need that square unit. So a circle with a diameter of 24 inches equals 452 and 16 hundredths inches squared. Now we'll try a word problem. Sometimes word problems throw people off, but we don't have to let that do that. Word problem. Let's see. A circular plate has a diameter of 16 inches. What is the area of this plate? So when we're doing word problems, the first thing we want to do is identify our key words. So as I'm reading this problem, I notice that it has a circular or a circle. It has a diameter. The diameter is 16 inches, and they want to know what the area is. When you're given a word problem, the best thing to do is to draw it out. We're going to make our circle, since I said circular. It has a diameter. Diameter goes all the way across. They said the diameter is 16 inches. So we're going to put that there. And they want the area. So the formula for area is pi r squared. Of course, r squared means r times r. So the question I have to ask myself is, did they give me a diameter or did they give me a radius? In this case, they gave me a diameter since it goes all the way across through the center of the circle. So what we're going to do is take this diameter and divide it by 2 so that we can get a radius. Radius is half the diameter. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. My radius is 8. Now I'm ready to plug it into the formula. So area equals 3.14 times 8 times 8. So when you plug that into your calculator, you get 296 hundredths. Remember, you need to bring down your unit, which is inches. And since it's area, we need to add the little 2 for inches squared. So the diameter of a plate with 16 inches has an area of 296 hundredths inches squared. If you find these videos helpful, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a blessed day.